YouTube, what it do? It's your boy J Soul, and I'm making another video. Today's video is gonna be on my lock evolution so far. I had 3 years, close to 4 years, well, pretty much 4 years of being locked, and I just want to show y'all the progress of my locks going. So I need y'all to see the progress of my locks, because trust me, they were not looking the greatest at first. Sometimes I really look back and I was like, what was I thinking? But anyways, I'm gonna show y'all where I've been going through my locks and where am I going to go with them. So let's get it.
Epilogue.
So the first stage of my locks was like just this beginning. First off, I'm gonna give y'all this little pre-image. This is my little basketball this is me on my basketball little thing. It was a little league back then. This is 2017. So this is before I even locked my hair. My hair was still a little dyed, had a little brownish orange, just a little dye to make things interesting. This is like the main style I was rocking back then. I don't know why I didn't rock an afro, but I was just rocking a box for some reason. And then this is like the closest thing I could find to my locks being first twisted. This is like the earliest image I could find. This is like at my second or third retwist. This is just the earliest image. So I found this, and it was like I was too eager back then. I really was. My hair was dyed before this too. It was like I was too eager. During this stage, it was like I really look back and I'm like, what the fuck was I doing, bro? I really look back. I'm like, it's just, the stage was embarrassing, but the growth, I seen the growth happen in every other retwist. And mind you, I rocked this all sophomore year, because mind you, freshman year was the year my parents made me cut my hair. And then from there, I had to grow it. And then by the time I grew my hair out in sophomore year, I started my locks. And I think I started them too early, and I should have just started them in my junior year. Because, and I don't got pictures, but freshman year, my parents made me cut my hair all the way down. And it was just embarrassing, because that wasn't the ideal style for me. It just didn't look right. It was just like, nah, it wasn't my style. And, now I grew my hair out, and junior year was when it really started taking off a little bit, So, that's a little bit of my beginning stages. Ain't really too much context on that, Now we got the next stage, which is, what was the next stage? Oh, the next stage was Mr. Red. This is like where I just dyed my hair completely red, just completely red. And it was messy. It was, because I dyed it myself. And this is like, believe it or not, in this image, this is my first braid out ever, and this is like a day before my birthday. It really didn't look good, but I was just being wild back then, and I just wanted my first braid out. This is like my first lock style. Like, I'm talking about, this is my first time getting it retwisted. This is my first time getting my hair retwisted, and it wasn't just a regular retwist, it was a braid out or something. And this is like just a random braid out that I told my stylist to do, and it just came out like this. And my hair and all the dye on my face look, I just murdered somebody in this image, so this is like the beginning stage of my hair. This is like where it was going at the time, so the red was just there for a while. And the red suits me. It just, back then, it wasn't hitting as hard. So, it was just like, I think I went a little too crazy with the red, that's all. I think I went a little too crazy with the red. Yeah. So, third stage, Mr. Renji. This is literally what I was called. So, for a while, after my red faded out, because actually, if you look at my hair now, this is the blonde side, but this is the red side. Like and I'm gonna show, and that's gonna be later in the video, but this is the red side, but this is from a year of it fading. This used to be all red right here, but you see it faded to a bright orange, and actually it fits my complexion pretty decent, so I've been rocking with it. But yeah, this used to fade to, this is red, so And this is what the red did before when my hair was just all red. It faded to this color. And then when it faded to this color, I just figured I'd go orange/blonde again. So I got an oranges blonde. I was trying to go for blonde, platinum blonde, but I couldn't find it. So this is like the second best thing I found. And, you know, I put it in my hair. And it faded out pretty weird the next day. And my hair was just orange, like a bright sun orange. And, you know, my friend in LA, Ty, he called me Renji under my post when I posted this. And it was actually pretty decent. Like, I actually liked it. The orange was actually rocking pretty decent for a while. Like, it wasn't a bad color. It wasn't a bad color for a little bit. And I really didn't realize when I look back at these pictures, this is like one of the main styles I was rocking and I still rock to this day, because the red I have always fades to this color. It does. Like, this all used to be red. I didn't dye it this color. This color originally was red and it just faded to it, you know, over time. So, you know, it was just like, all right, I'll just rock with it, you know, fits me. And, you know, that was just kind of the renji phase back right there. And I'm not even gonna count that as a phase by itself. Part of the renji phase, I tried to re-dye my locks. I got the wrong dye again, and my locks stayed orange, but I had these two patches that looked like a dark purplish red. It didn't look great. It didn't look great, as you can see. It didn't really look great. And I'm like, what was I thinking? It just didn't look great at the time. And I'm like, damn. But, you know, hey, it's part of the journey. Now, my fourth stage, the red and blue/purple locks. This is one of my favorite stages, but this is one of the shortest ones. And let me explain to you. So one day I was just like, I want to see what my locks will look like, red on one side and purple on the other side. And I tried it, and it looked decent at first. The purple wasn't exactly what I wanted, because it still looked like, it was still hard to distinguish from a purple or a dark blue. It was hard to distinguish, but I rocked with it and it was still decent. And I wanted a different purple or something, but that purple was decent too. Really, originally, when I was thinking of this design before I got dyed, I was trying to, before Famous Day. All right, my bad, y'all. The video kind of cut because somebody was calling me and interrupted my stuff. But anyways, when I was originally thinking of doing this design, I wanted it to look like before Famous Dex got hooked on drugs. And no disrespect to Dex, because, you know, Dex was that nigga in 2016. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just saying. But before that, you know, he had this raw combination of red and purple with his locks. And I actually wanted to try it, but, you know, my stylist at the time didn't really listen to me correctly, or maybe I just didn't state it to her clear enough. Whatever the case may be, I rock with just the half and half style, and I didn't get the exact dye color, but I wasn't tripping because it still looked nice. So when I got that was just the original concept I was thinking. But when I got my hair dyed like this, it was actually decent. Like, the color was popping, it was very vibrant, and I actually liked how this shit looked. It looked actually raw, you know. You had the red on one side, you had the purple on the other side, you know. It looked clean. And then, you know, it was just like the more you looked at the purple, you could see the bluish, but then it was like some locks was more bluish and some locks was just more purplish. And I liked it. But the reason this style didn't last long was because it really was like, both colors faded too fast. As you can know, the red faded fast as usual, but the blue or purple, whatever color you want to call it, it faded horribly. Like, let me tell you, just on the second month, even though this image right here, by the way, my girl said that my blue hair looks like a strand of, you know, purple weed and stuff, and it kind of do, to be honest. One thing I like about my locks in this picture was that it was coiling up on each lock towards the end. You can see little coils there, you know. I'm just saying, I actually like that, so pay attention to the detail. But anyways, the color started fading even in this image right here, and it was just like it was fading to like a nasty dingy green, like there was mildew on my hair or something like that. That's what it looked like, and it just didn't look great. It was there, and I'm like, this it faded horribly, and I was like, this style looked good until it faded horribly, and it just looked like I didn't take care of my hair, and that wasn't the case. It just like the color faded horribly, and that's why I didn't try that style again, because it wasn't that the style looked bad, but it was just like the color faded horribly and it just didn't look right. So I was like, you know, it is what it is, you know. So I just kind of stopped rocking with that style and just left it alone, you know. But you know, it is what it is. You live and you learn. Now, my favorite style to date, stage 5, the red/blonde. This was the best style I had up to date with my locks. This is literally the best style I had up to my locks. When I say the lady, my stylist, because I went to do 2 different stylists. I went to the one that dyed my hair, and then I went to the one who actually twisted my hair. Now, the stylist lady, she actually, wait, no. I actually dyed my own hair on this one. So I dyed my hair on this, and it actually came out right. The red looked great. The blonde looked great. And then when I got a retwist and a haircut, and this is the best retwist to date that I ever had. The best retwist. And I was going to Florida. It looked amazing. Like, this is the best retwist I had up to date, you feel me? All my hair was just, it looked clean, you know what I'm saying? The color was popping and the sun was out, so it looked amazing. I had the retwist was on point. And one thing I even like is that the fact that on the blonde side, even when it was to color, you see when my hair was in 2-strand twist, you see that one of the blonde ones, it looked blonde on one side and then it looked like a deep nacho cheese orange on the other side. And I'm like, that looks raw, bro. And this was the style, this is the very last style and the very last time I dyed my hair, which was a whole 1.5 years ago, almost 2 years ago. And this was just the style. Like, this was it. Like, that was the style. And I was rocking that for a good minute, and I just enjoyed the style. It really was. This was it. This was the style. And, you know, I actually liked it. I was rocking with it for a little bit, and that's the style. And that's the color these locks used to be right here. Was red, but again, the color fades out, and you gotta wash your locks every now and then. You gotta wash your locks every 2 weeks or twice a month. It depends on your wash schedule. Not everybody's wash schedule is gonna be the same, but it was really working for me, and I like how my color faded out even now. And just throughout this whole list, I realized I dyed my locks a lot, and dyeing your locks is pretty dangerous to them. So I just gave my hair a break, and my hair has just been recovering from it. It's just been recovering from it. And, I'm just like, my locks actually need to flourish. And, it's only been 4 years in the game with me with these locks. So I need to actually take better care of them, never dyeing the roots again and none of that. But, I'm just letting it, get healthy back again. You know what I'm saying? Getting them to detox away from all that dye and chemicals and all that stuff. But, it was looking great back then. That's my prime my locks, and I'm still gonna be in my prime my locks because y'all ain't seen nothing yet. But now we got currently right now, I've tried so many styles. My locks actually look decent because I like that my locks are faded with the black and the color. And truth be told, I never seen my locks just all in its natural hair, just black. I would try to see if I could wait out a little longer for this to, just grow out eventually. But, you're starting to see my hair black, and it actually looks decent, It's looking decent, you know what I'm saying? And then, I'm growing on my sides now too, and then, sides, they growing out a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like the insane growth of the sides. some insane growth, bro. Some insane growth. So, you know, yeah, I'm growing on my sides. I'm gonna try to continue to keep doing that. But yeah, this is my lock evolution video. It was, you know, it's been a pretty fun ride having locks. And you know, this isn't even half of why I have locks. There's plenty other reasons, but you know, I'm gonna save that for other videos. But this is my lock evolution video. You know, this is what I've been going through with my locks. You know, if you want to have locks, you can. I would suggest you start off a little better and be more patient than I did. But you know, you do what you want. Locks are limitless, and you know, there's no limit to them. But enough of that. This is the video, you know. So that's it, y'all. You know, comment what y'all would like to see me do on my locks. Comment, do you want to see me continue growing my sides out? And comment if you ever want to see me dye my hair again in the future. Because I've been thinking about it, but I'm like, nah, I might want to wait another 6 months to dye my hair. You know, just to equal it out. But comment and ask me what you want to see. So you know, it's TABOO. I'm signing out. Peace to everybody. Raise your vibration. Continue being you, and always, you know, living your light. I'm signing out. Peace.